I'm the head of careers at Metis, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to transition your career into data science. Getting into data science, you need some of the hard skills and the soft skills. So some of the hard skills that you'll definitely need to get into data science are programming. Mostly we see people who have skills with Python or R. You also definitely need some math skills. So a lot of times we ask our incoming students who are coming into our Metis bootcamp to start preparing with calculus and linear algebra. Some of those really difficult math concepts will really help you transition into this industry. Other things you need are experience working with databases. So things like SQL are really important skills to have. On the softer side of the skills, you need things like communication and grit. What does communication mean? It's a big word. You need to be able to take these very difficult technical concepts and be able to translate them into very digestible things that people can understand. So people on the business side, people in marketing, really need to be able to understand what you're talking about. Grit is also huge. You're going to get stuck, you're going to get frustrated, moving into this very difficult industry, and you need to be able to push through when you're feeling very challenged, and that's a skill that's definitely acquired over time. You also need things just like general business acumen skills. So how to communicate on the job and which department works with which, and just kind of general business knowledge, which again is just kind of learned on the job and as you get some more experience. Once you have the hard and the soft skills under your belt, you need to start demonstrating your passion for the industry, which is huge. So things like taking on side projects, whether they're paid or unpaid, doesn't really matter, but starting to show potential employers that you have some experience and then be able to demonstrate those projects to them on interviews. Also, once you start taking on some side projects, you should definitely start building a portfolio. That should be online. You could also showcase, your resume on that site. But again, being able to direct people to, here's my work, here's what I've done on the side, in addition to all the learning I've done, and maybe in addition to the full-time job that I also have. Building a blog is also really important. It's something that you can totally do on the side, on the weekends, in the evening. And again, it shows your interest in the industry. Pick something, pick an area within data science that you love or that excites you, and just start writing about it. And once you get going and kind of get into that habit, again, it's something you can show potential employers, and they'll be excited to read it and really, see the potential person they could have on their team. And then once you have, some of these things under your belt, you definitely want to start networking. You really want to talk to people in the industry, other data scientists, recruiters, anyone that, might be relevant for you to know. Definitely go to meetups, any data science related events, and just start talking to people. And the more you do it, the easier it will be. So also, a lot of people who come to our Metis bootcamp, have a previous life doing something non-data science related. And the biggest question is, how do you talk about what you used to do into, data science, your new potential role? How do you talk about those transferable skills? Great example. We have several people who used to be high school math teachers come to our bootcamp. And they always ask us, well, what are these transferable skills I could possibly take with me into data science? Well, two things definitely come to mind. So you were, as a math teacher, you were up in front of a classroom talking about very difficult technical, math concepts to people who were beginners and people who were just trying to learn. That is a huge skill within data science that you need to know and need to learn. And it's not always that easy. So you have that skill, and that's absolutely something employers will look for. The other thing is you've got some great math skills. You probably have some great statistics knowledge, linear algebra, calculus, things that you'll definitely need on the job within data science that may not be obvious from job descriptions or things like that, but they really will help you on the job. The other thing is, once you're going to all these meetups, you're going on these interviews, probably the biggest question you'll always be asked is, tell me about yourself. And if you're not ready with that answer, it can be quite awkward and can throw you off. So you want to start, kind of rehearsing a couple of points, main points that you want to get across in those conversations. So think about it as 30 seconds to, make that impact on somebody. What do you want them to walk away knowing about you? So here's a good example. If I were a data science bootcamp student going through Metis right now, and I met someone at a networking event, something I could say is, hi, I'm Megan Aro. I'm a current data science bootcamp student at Metis. I used to be a high school math teacher for about 3 years or so, and I'm really excited about working in data science and education. So I'm looking for job opportunities right now that are at the intersection of data science and education. So you're stating who you are, who you used to be, and your intention for that event and what you want. The other thing is, with any transition, that you're going to have to build in a buffer. So what does that mean? So, you need to know and set the right expectations with yourself that there's going to be some time it takes for you to make that leap. So, depending on your path to acquire the hard skills and the soft skills and the time it takes for you to build your portfolio and things like that, could take a matter of a few months up to, even over a year. So again, depending on your path, make sure you set the right expectations and then build in a very goal-driven timeline to get you there. I'm Megan. Today I talked to you about transitioning your career into data science.